So Johnny, big news today, man. Can you explain kind of what you posted and kind of what that entails?
Yeah, definitely. So they commissioned called me this morning.
Hold up. Sorry.
And notified me that
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Brian Gershon is interrupting you. Hold on.
Sorry.
Now that's fine.
Maybe let's give a little context to the situation quickly.
All right.
Backstory.
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, backstory.
Go ahead, Brian.
I'll quickly surmise it. Johnny fought for CES down around Twin River. He fought Chris Mutino. CES 57, I think.
Yep.
He won by first round TKO. Oh, yeah, it was TKO, right?
Second round.
Second round
Yeah,
TKO.
second round. He had him in a
Second round
triangle,
TKO.
but he elbowed him and it
Triangle
was
with
TKO.
elbows. Yeah, and so after the fight, I don't remember when, but he was sent a letter informed that he had failed a pre-fight drug test for recreational substance, marijuana, and he had tested over the limit. I won't really get into the specifics, I guess. Maybe John can get into the specifics of the numbers there. But, yeah, he was informed of this, and his win was revoked, moved
is
to a no
crazy.
contest, which is insane.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yep.
And this is by the Rhode Island
and
State Commission, right?
Yeah, Rhode Island State Commission.
Yeah.
And also suspended for, I believe, 6 months.
Yeah, nationwide.
So, yeah, and when one commission suspends you, every commission
Yeah,
is
suspends
suspended.
you. You gotta, yeah.
They all don't, unless you want to fight internationally, but I mean, that's not really possible. That's a lot of money.
You
Yeah.
can go to one.
Yeah, like to fly yourself out.
One's coming to fucking North America.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Online.
I seen that shit
All right,
the
so
other day.
stay on point. All right, so Johnny, take us from there. You got this letter suspended. You started fighting. Tell us the kind of the steps you took to start fighting this.
The first thing that I did was call them because I actually didn't receive a letter from them originally. So I had to call them to get the information about what happened. They sent me out a secondary letter, and then they forgot to include the appeal notice that would allow me to appeal the situation. So I needed to contact them again, and they faxed me out last minute. The last day to appeal was the 27th. I literally faxed the notice back to them on the 27th to appeal. So they did not make the situation very easy. Then, come to find out with some research, Mike Colbert, Brian Gearson, some of the people that I know are looking into this situation, and I failed the drug test for having 50 nanograms of cannabis in my system the night of the fight. But in looking into the numbers, their policy claims that they follow a standard of 150 nanograms to be allowed. So I actually fell underneath their limit, and yet I was suspended and was looking at losing my W. So we appealed. They contacted me out of the blue this morning and notified me that they want me to continue my MMA career, and that the only thing I would have to do that and to rectify the situation would be to provide a clean urine sample to them. So I asked the guy which policy would be followed when I submitted that new sample, because if it was going to be the new policy, then they already have a negative sample of mine on file, and there should be no reason for there to even have been a suspension in the first place. And the guy goes, "Oh, I'm really confused too. Why don't you take the number to my lawyer? We just want to put this all behind us, and we want you to be able to continue your MMA career." So now I've contacted this lawyer, and she's failed to call me back, but I'm confident, with all the information and all the evidence, it's pretty clear that I should definitely be able to not only resume my career, but also get that W back on my record that I worked incredibly hard for and beat a very, very tough guy.
Chris is a killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, John,
Can I
John,
provide one
go
more
ahead,
thing?
Go ahead.
So, in terms of how athletic commissions work, I mean, I'm sure you guys understand this, but it's a government agency. It's run by the state. So these laws that they put in place for recreational drug testing are all voted into by a committee, and they're put into place as they're concrete laws.
At a federal level.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're followed to a federal level. So
Yeah.
the thing is when you are totally moving outside of these policies, it's a major, major problem, and you can't have that. So, in regards
Yeah,
to
you're picking
providing
and
a new
choosing,
sample, there should be no reason for that in any case whatsoever, because the fact is that they tested his sample.
Exactly.
They provided the results of the
That's the
sample.
perfect
We
sample.
have a sheet of the test results that clearly state what his nanograms
Yeah.
are. And we know by looking at their policies on the state of Rhode Island government website that is 150 nanograms. So the test falls below it. So-
Johnny, why would you think they threw that out there to retest? And then why would they do that? Just to backtracking?
I don't want to speculate
Yeah.
necessarily,
Yeah,
but like
I don't-
it's just very, very
They just-
wrong situation.
All right.
Is what I'm
I
saying.
think it's a little odd that they would ask for that. I mean, if I was going to be totally honest, it seems as though they wanted me to retest, say that I passed, and then just like pretend like nothing ever happened.
Okay.
But
Well, we don't know
luckily
that.
We did enough research that we know that it probably was a mistake in the first place.
Well, here it is though, Johnny. Yeah, that's a big fucking mistake because you were kind of, thrown through the
So,
mud. Not
also,
that it was
Get a
Potts.
fight.
Yeah,
Get a fight lined up.
exactly.
That's canceled.
Oh, that's right.
So he lost income.
Exactly.
So he
That
has
was
a
about
case.
the main event.
Oh,
the main event.
that's
He
fucking.
has a
Probably
case
don't
for
want him
lo-
to sue him.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a,
I don't know.
There's a case for like loss of income here, so like there could be. I mean, there could even be room for a countersuit. I don't know
Yeah.
much about the law or anything. I'm talking out my
There's
ass
a lot
here.
of
But,
different
like, you
yeah.
can't just do these
different
things.
avenues.
You can't just do these
Yeah.
things and hold people's careers up. This
Exactly,
is,
and
like,
not be questioned about it,
Yeah.
and that's.
no.
And Johnny, I think you're probably. I mean, there's only been another fighter that I know that their win was overruled, or that was Pedro's
Pedro, yeah.
when he fought for the interim title, Matt Bassett's the featherweight title for CES. He was, and that was right around Christmas time. That they told him he lost the belt. The fight itself was probably like 4 months before that.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And I don't think he ever appealed that, because, I talked to Pedro, of course, he smokes weed, but he didn't, he was misinformed the same way as you, I do believe, but I don't think he ever appealed it, which if he did, who knows what could have happened then?
Who knows?
Exactly. I'm glad that I did. I mean, that was the initial plan all along, to just fight it, and no matter what. It's like if I was going to sit up for 6 months anyway, I mean, I'd fight it. So, yeah, I know. I talked to Pedro briefly about the situation, but I don't even know exactly what his circumstances were. I feel bad if he, if he could have moved forward with something and then didn't.
Well, Johnny, you doing this, and it looks like, you're 99% going to have this overturned. It's going to be in your favor, which we'll have to see how it turns out, and we'll be focusing on it. But Johnny, what's this do for you as far as your psyche and your drive right now?
I mean, through the roof, off the charts. I mean, I wouldn't even want to countersuit or a loss of income or anything. I mean, I think it's pretty aware. Everyone's aware that MMA fighters don't make shit. So, like, I mean, what am I going to really be countersuit for?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I just feel like getting the W back is a huge step forward that I felt like I had already taken. So it just, I mean, with the way that the landscape of MMA is going right now, you're only as good as your last W, or your next W, really. So being on a 2-fight win streak, 2 finishes, and pretty impressive wins on top of it, I think it just sets me up to do bigger and bigger things, and I'm extremely happy to be able to do so, whether it be ONE FC, like was mentioned a little briefly earlier, or the UFC or Bellator. I don't want to keep the shit. I'll fight for CES again. They got decent pay and they have good fights for me. I'm down. I just want to put my hands on people while my hands are still good to be put on people, while my body is still strong and in its prime. I just want to test it to the maximum. I feel like I'm like a sports car right now, and I want to just get out on the fucking track and blow my goddamn engine if I have to, and have the most fun that I can doing so. So I'm glad that Rhode Island's not going to stand in my way for too much longer, and I'm going to be able to go back and do what I love to do.